I would love for you to give us a little background on what a fertility empowerment coach does, and then maybe you'll have a question that Brian and I can help you with.
Yeah, so I'm the infertile mom of four. At 35, I was told I had less than a 1% chance of getting pregnant, that I would need donor eggs, and I refused to accept that as a diagnosis. And now I'm helping other women who have been told the same thing, that basically doctors can't help them and they have very little hope in the infertility world. Get to the source of what it is that is going on in their body and help them make that change so that they can have the family of their dreams too. I would love to talk to you guys about the mind-body connection, because a lot of times in the infertility world, people will hear from others, oh, just don't stress, in the most stressful situation in the whole world, just don't stress out, right? So it's this balance of both. Yes, it's a very stressful situation, and we do have to control what goes through our mind and how manage our mind, right? Good mental health hygiene, so that we don't trigger things in our body, right? So I think that sometimes people think that there's no mind-body connection. So I would love you to share what your thoughts are on that. And I know that you've probably talked to other people about this kind of thing too.
I will tell you that my personal journey over the last 3 years has been on establishing the mind-body connection for a whole variety of reasons in my own body. As it relates to infertility and a bunch of other things, I think that it is one of the most powerful things that we can do, is to recognize that we have the ability to heal ourselves in so many places. Yeah. But just like what you talked about, what you're empowering women to do is actually get to the root of what's actually going on. Very often in modern medicine, we're treating the symptoms, not the actual root or cause as to whatever's making us feel whatever symptom we have. In this case, right, it's infertility for you and for so many other women. And, I will tell you that infertility and fertility issues are something that's near and dear to my heart. Though they haven't affected me personally, there are individuals in my family that have gone through many iterations of trying to go through this process. And so the mind-body connection, I think, is very important for us to slow down long enough to really be able to understand. And I love Michael A. Singer's quote that the mind is the soul's place to go to hide from the heart. And so I think so often what we do in life is we quickly intellectualize things without understanding what's actually going on in our body. We create an intellectual and an intellectual narrative that isn't aligned with our emotional one or what's actually going on in our body. And that's where we prevent the block to be able to heal ourselves. And so for me, I was run over by a truck. My left arm was severed from my body. I've reattached. I've been living in pain in lots of my areas of my life. And so I've had to really focus on my mind-body connection, because so much of the inflammation, so much of the pain is truly something that if I put the right energy and the right focus, I can understand where and how to move things through my body to actually heal myself.
I think understanding the importance of working on our conscious activities, utilizing all 5 levels of intention, doing all the things we're supposed to be doing, saying all the things, telling the stories and listening to the stories, thinking what we're supposed to be thinking. Now we get to where Brian was, feeling that as well. And so if we can work within the context of improving that daily, we can actually shift our genetic and energetic inheritance. We can put ourselves back at ease, and we can heal this interference between us and our own potential. And through that pursuit of that potential, we can be promoted and protected. But so many people, as you know, especially with infertility, we create obstacles, voids, and shortages. We accelerate in the that's why I think it's funny. My friends who have had fertility issues, lots of them, when they go on vacation and give up, surrender, like Michael Singer talks about, when they go on vacation and they say, or friends who have adopted, what my old COO, right? He was on his way to Vietnam and he's already picking up his first child to adopt. And his wife calls him and says, "You're not going to believe this, but I'm pregnant." Right? And, it is a continuum that people, and I think getting help is the number one thing we can do to live in humility.